And then the problem if you go BKB Lincolns is your damage just isn't very high. So a lot of Wind Rangers like to shave off the BKB if they can afford to do so, but it's going to have to be a mid Wind Ranger, and they're going to do a carry Morphling.
Quite crazy. Pugna is a very smart little skeleton.
But he's still the butler, so kind of weird at Skeeter. Getting gone on. Nice flame break, but the last right click is there from Save. They calculated that perfectly, so BetBoom.
So BetBoom rocking a tiny lead here. The main reason it's not bigger than this is the top lane. Nightfall has been bullied quite heavily by Amar.
And GPK makes his first rotation. Focus fires there. Amar trying to fight his way through it. Static link onto GPK. But the waveform from Nightfall into the adaptive.
But yeah, this rotation from GPK obviously does cost somewhere. Malrine will get the space in mid and find a lot of farm. But it was important to get Morphling online there.
GPK, Onslaught's coming for you. Connects. Not even needing to pulverize. Big kill from Malrine.
Surprised he didn't even try to move when he heard it.
Yeah.
He just stood there and accepted his fate.
Maybe he does. Maybe they need to pause for their headphones. The Snake King trying to get to the high ground. The Centaur Stampede almost saves him. Ends up dropping to Save, who dies right afterwards, and that a very elongated double kill from Malrine.
We see Snake King in that little instance trying to steal stuff away from the enemy carry. Now he's going to farm his top area as well. So
very patient from BetBoom. They were waiting for this Razor to show up. Amar's going to get some help from Crit, though. Is it going to be enough? It might be. No. He does fall, but two supports for BetBoom get taken out. Barely the Onslaught reaches Nightfall, and now the God Strength will be put to the test. Nightfall now on the run. There's the slow from the stolen power shot. And the Flame Break back into the fray he comes. Double kill for Crit of all heroes. Great response from Falcons. They punish BetBoom pretty damn hard.
Such a quick reaction there.
And Amar, I mean, that was really close to him living as well. Super, super close.
BetBoom messed that up a little bit, I think. They used Decrepify on the Pugna, so Morph couldn't attack. But then they didn't use the Decrepify to Adaptive in, so it was a little bit...
BetBoom trying to turn this around now as Malrine. Onslaught will get canceled by the Frostbite. Amar showing up again. As Malrine looks like he's running away. There's the last one to GPK, but no follow-up for Snaking. Amar does come in for the Plasma Field, trying to finish off Toronto Tokyo, but the Butler is there to save him a bit. But Save now will have to run away in shame or just go to the grave itself. Using a nice drain, though, onto Amar. It matters not, though. Double kill for Skeeter, who's getting very much so involved in this game on this position 1 Sven.
So far, so good for Falcons. I feel like the game plan is coming together nicely. Snake King.
Should be able to get the lasso. Indeed, he does. Skeeter with the God Strength.
Yeah, he can transform this into a mid-push.
Malrine, not able to find the connection that he was looking for, but it'll still be the tier 1 for Falcons. What was that?
It's just an efficiency upgrade, right, for every circumstance. So some of the other items, like some of the tier 1s, for example, that are like, this gives attack speed if you're within the range of an enemy hero, or this gives something if you're not. Well, only works some of the time. See you later, Toronto. You got lassoed and burst. 6K the lead. BetBoom not really finding anything, actually.
I mean, I guess the last game we saw Conda, it was picked up really early because they were owning.
I definitely think it will be part of the build at some point.
Okay, lifted up. Stormhammer's there, but the win run will give him some evasion. But the Primal Beast gets off the ult.
Wow, he BKB'd that.
And GPK will die. But yeah.
I don't think that was necessary.
They do get a BKB out of Skeeter. And now the Stampede to escape. Oh, that's nice.
I was expecting that, actually.
That's good. Malrine gets initiated on.
Oh, there's a lot of
burst damage. And they'll find him.
All right, finally BetBoom gets something going. And that's a big one.
That's it, right?
Yeah, he's getting it for the stats and the damage. And now he is going back for a BKB.
Okay, Amar and Snake King are going to face the force of the Gale Force. Hoofstomp finds him. That is the Aegis.
Skitter is really far away.
Yeah, Malrine has made his way over here as GPK will focus fire Amar. The BKB is there and he TPs out, but you can see Malrine, his brother in arms, wanting to help out. And this might be a domino effect again in favor of BetBoom. He uses that Ags, but another death to his name. Now the smoke from BetBoom.
Save.
Oh, they find Crit. Hoofstomp is there. That is a dead Rubik. And Malrine will casually. Onslaught to the other side. Amar not interested in this fight yet. Has a BKB, SNY. And we'll be going for the Manta.
He's in trouble. This BKB is going to be forced to the bare minimum.
Oh, he's in the low ground though, so he can't react in time. He's dead.
Falcons are getting picked apart. Step by step, BetBoom with multiple kills back to back at no cost, really. Starting to get a better grip on the game, and the lead that was starting to really mount for Falcons is, it's not, this 5K versus the 5K of 5 to 10 minutes ago is a very different beast. Like, Morphling is reaching a critical breaking point where they're pinging him out, but his team are ready behind him, grouping up here as 5.
Yep, GPK. Looking to pop the smoke. It'll be Miero
Toronto's
in the
dead.
trees. Toronto, Tokyo, yeah. Goodbye, good sir. Although,
Wait, what?
Actually force staffing away because they want to focus onto the Windrunner instead, and
Okay,
that's
that's
a
even
much
worse.
bigger kill. Miero will get off the hoof stomp and retreat into his base as Skeeter. Ooh, he was looking for it. I feel like they buy it, but I could be wrong. I mean, considering the amount of stuns, and not just the stuns, but the duration, like between Lasso and Pulverize alone.
It is amazing, this game, so I totally get why he bought it. It's not like it's shocking, but just a... I didn't think most morphs buy this, but in this game it's too good.
All right, Roche not up for another minute and a half as Malrine trying to disrupt things. They get the Lincolns procced, and my God, GPK gets destroyed. And Toronto, Tokyo in the corner of the map with the freezing field. Pretty tanky, but not enough to survive here.
That sound effect is nice, though.
Yeah, it's a good shard now.
I like that. Falcons looking for the backstab.
Should be kind of expected. Toronto, Tokyo in the trees is going to be spotted first. The Pulverize is there. Stormhammer. Oh, Skeeter, a little bit awkward fight. They do get him in the end, though. And you can see Amar convulsing as he pops the BKB and tries to run as Nightfall was being dragged like a dog. You're going to see the lasso come through as Skeeter just rips through save. Nightfall again being static linked. And Amar, they're going to be able to clean things up really easily. This was not even close. Falcons full team wipe. And let's see how Falcons use this Aegis. The high ground attempt from Malrine. As the Pulverize is there, was instantly canceled. You can see Miero kind of in no man's land. Crit, despite being very tanky, actually will live as a result of being that tanky. Very nicely done. Miero stuck on the cliff and left all alone. That'll be the death of the Centaur. That's a full minute on the deck. And save, the TP will be fine. But now they're left in a 4v5 situation.
So there is a timing where you can Ogre Seal Totem as you're getting Sven stunned for him to connect the stun and then you still jump away. That's what happened there. Skidder was jumping on the Pugna. He should have died instantly, but he managed to somehow create distance after the stun connected.
Oh, Malrine going in pretty deep. Gets the Pulverize onto the CM. Toronto, Tokyo getting healed up by Save. As Amar goes in even deeper. Still has the Aegis, of course. Gale Force making things a little bit awkward, but now the Gale Force is stolen.
That's a great steal.
And now the fortification comes out. Malrine still trying to create space here as finally the CM, no, the Decrepify keeps him alive a little bit longer as Snake King gets the lasso, but the attribute shift was there from the Morphling, so Nightfall was going to survive. Finally, Toronto Tokyo dies, but he does have buyback. And Save with the Ogre Seal Totem, that's definitely not English. Either way, he dies. Telekinesis, Amar. Still trying to use this Gale Force to their advantage. I think they're on top of each other, in fact.
Oh my God.
Peter heals up to full, destroys Miero. No buyback for him as Nightfall also getting gone on. That's the death of him. Triple kill for Skeeter. Toronto Tokyo is going to make it an Ultra. And now the GGs come out as Falcons will take game number 1.
Goodness, this Sven owned this game. Skeeter just crushing it.
It's not going to be simple is the problem. And most of the time you're going to run into like CM or Batrider on the way.
That's
and
no D.
Okay, it is sometimes picked against Kunkka for the obvious defensive reasons. If somebody gets lassoed, you can also save them a little bit.
It's actually an SD in the core role.
Yeah, and then obviously lots of pure damage means that tanky heroes like Kunkka or OD or even Razor can be vulnerable.
You would imagine some of the losses Ench falls behind and things just go wrong, right? It's not always doing great.
Yeah, not always, as Nightfall is getting burned by crit. Fairy
Nice
Fire
torrent.
pops torrent from Amar. First blood crit. Now Toronto Toki does have the 3 leaps, and it doesn't matter. The Tidebringer from Amar will snipe him out.
Isn't well aligned with greedy offlaners. That doesn't mean that in a few months from now that someone like Pure, who's currently playing carry, if he plays offlane again, then maybe it's going to be outstanding, right?
Save with the Avalanche. Snake King gets hoof stomped now. Will die. Skeeter, though, coming in with a concoction. Toronto Tokyo. The arrow not going to hit. Save. Still dies. So results in a 1-for-1.
Which has not seemed to be a problem for Falcons so far in this tournament, to be fair. It's been very much on point. GPK.
Malrain.
Oh,
Static
dear.
Link.
He already used his banish.
The OD. That'll be the death of GPK. Malrain takes it for himself. Of course, kind of an old school counter to OD.
And then, what's your combo? Centaur, Tiny Mirana, like maybe?
Malrain had an idea that something was coming for him. And it will be
Got this one.
the 4 members of BetBoom.
It's a good kill, which is going to give them some momentum on the mid tower. This timing is particularly good at minute 10, so well planned out. See if Falcons even try to defend this tower at all, or if they're just going to keep turning this into farming time.
Well,
They will
these
defend.
TPs are coming. Amar with the X. Torrent connects onto the OD. Flame Break back into the boat as well. Will also proc GPK. He's going to heal up a decent amount, but now gets frostbitten into the lasso and even a freezing field. As Amar has his Blade Melt in tow, and I would assume it's just the old Aghanim Scepter afterwards. He's already halfway if he wants to go for it. Lasso finds its target into the Frostbite. Freezing field. Stampede won't. Okay, Toronto Tokyo. First to fall. Will be a trade, though, for Snake King. So 1-for-1, but the X onto the OD. GPK dead. Double kill for Malrain.
Oh my
And they're
God.
not done yet. Save gonna be the next
Did Skidder
with
just find
Miero, potentially the 4th. Skeeter, I assume, got the double concoction.
Yeah, I think he got a double concoction off camera there.
Amar almost done with his Ags.
Light Collector for crit. Great neutral item on Bat Rider, because it gives move speed.
Nightfall gets X'd in his own jungle.
No save
Boat.
available.
Is there no Sunder?
Oh,
Because they have the perma-stun.
Malrain actually BKB'd there. I don't know.
He didn't want to get sundered, but yeah, there were still
He was
3
literally
targets.
next to another Sunder target.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
Better
They
safe
get the
than
kill.
sorry. Now Skeeter's got his golden item.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Miero. Save is in the tree. He's going to get the Avatos onto Crit. Not enough for the kill as Crit gets to the high ground. Flame Break. And Save just slowed to an absolute crawl. Stampede, but an instant Frostbite from Snake King. Miero, counter initiation. Does find a pick off onto Crit.
Looks like they can't get the vision. Torrent
Torrent
Storm will
Storm.
not do it.
Not going to find any connection. Blind Torrent itself, no. I have to say, as Toronto Tokyo will die to Skeeter. I know not a lot of, it's not as flashy, maybe, but Snake King has played unbelievable. Mar there with a casual X Torrent into Runaway, Taunt Away. Good stuff. Skeeter, Concoction. They don't layer it properly as Crit's actually getting taken down by the illusions. Down he goes. There's the BKB pop to force, or to not allow Nightfall to get off the Sunder, and that leads to his ultimate demise.
Are you positive?
You're making me question myself
I
now.
genuinely
As we're going to
cannot-
find a connection, so shut your mouth as we
Yep.
get into a team fight. Miero spotted.
Nice
despite-
team fight. 3v1. A true team fight for the ages,
I
and
mean,
the
it's the
3
closest-
will win.
It's the closest we're going to get here. As BetBoom now on the run.
All right, what's the other one? Let's see if you got one right.
Playing it a bit safe. No longer with the Aegis. There's a damager on top as Amar. He's all alone right now. That is going to be a very good pickoff for BetBoom. So a little bit sloppy here from Amar. As the rest of his team was nowhere near. You can see they just spread the map.
I would imagine
Well, Malrine would make sense to some degree, but it's not like the Refresher Ags build is safe. Going for the initiation, Miero not hitting the hoof stomp at all. They do pick off the Batrider, who buys back instantly. Malrine now with his BKB. Focus is on the TB. He's dead. Save will be next. Double kill for Amar. As the Boots of Travel 2 being used by Skeeter to join this fight. He's going to get the Abyssal Blade onto Miero. Gets off the hoof stomp, but completely surrounded and will eventually be brought down as well. So they get the 1 kill, just be the end of the game. And Amar, Torrent,
oh dear.
Boat is coming as well. Miero has to TP out with the BKB. He's actually going to cancel it as GPK gets caught out. He's dead for 60. And that is a huge punishment as Roche is not interested in this fight at all. Nightfall surrounded, bashed, and killed.
Well, it could have been a good play.
I think you do need to do something to this effect.
I mean, sure, you got to take a risk, but Falcons were ready for it. And Falcons will force out.
Well, Miero might live,
probably
actually.
the GG here. 30 seconds on OD.
That's Amar asking, are you going to GG yet, bro?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they finally do call it as the tier 4s are getting hit. So Falcons remain undefeated in this group stage number 2, and they just look like they're on another level, SyndereN.
Yeah, this was a series that people were anticipating a lot, both teams being 3-0. BetBoom actually won the group that Falcons were also in. BetBoom were 10-4 against Falcons is 9-5. So anticipating a pretty close rematch potentially between these two giants. Not today. I think it's just fair to say Falcons were just flat out better. They had their number in the draft, they had their number in the game. And as the panel talked about, BetBoom, when they win, it's generally very snowbally. They get ahead and they stay ahead. When they lose, a lot of the times they don't recover, they don't come out of the laning stage very well, and then they don't really have much to work with. And this was really one of those games.